Hi, welcome back to my channel. My name is Vic and today we are going to be reacting to episode 9 of ILAND. Yes, guys, I am catching up. Do not worry. I know a lot of you guys are constantly waiting for me to come out with these episode reactions, but don't worry, I am catching up. So I hope you guys are excited. If you guys have noticed, today I have really good lighting. Like, I have my natural window lighting today. Usually my previous episode reactions, like, the lighting always changed in the middle because the only times I can really react was like during the night. But today I decided to react to it in the morning, so I have really good lighting. So yeah, I hope you guys like it. But yes, today we are going to be reacting to episode 9. I'm very excited for this because this is going to be test 2, and I'm curious on test 2 because in the preview from the previous episode, they showed like it's going to be like different songs. And I'm really curious. I was like, what kind of songs are these? But it seems like they, like, the big hit like producers produced it. And so I'm really excited to see what kind of tests this will be and what kind of songs they will be performing. Yeah, but before we get into the episode, if you guys have watched me for the ILAND reaction videos, you guys know I recap the previous episode. And also, if you guys see me looking this way, I'm reading my notes, and so I take notes on each episode just so that I get the right information and I don't get anything wrong or anything. So I hope you guys understand. But yes, so for episode 8, to recap, they had the BTS test, which is their first test. And in this test, there's 3 different units, which means there's 3 different songs that they will be performing. And so they performed Fake Love, DNA, and I Need You. And so in this episode, in the beginning, they just showed the progress of each team. I wouldn't say each team was like perfectly fine. Each team had a lot of hardships, a lot of conflicts, but at the same time, in the end, like they like figured it out and it became fine. So they I felt like there was a lot of things going on, especially since this is the first test of part 2 of ILAND. I feel like the contestants feel more like competitive and more tense, I would say. So this was sort of like, I can really see that, but after they showed the progress, right away it was the performances. And so just to explain quickly about like the scoring, so since this is the first test, I mentioned that the first test is going to be scored by the producers, and the producers get to choose the rankings. So each episode or each test will be new rankings, and so for this test there was new rankings by the producers, and there's going to be one person eliminated from this, and the scoring is out of total 400, so each member from each unit gets a score out of 100. And so for each unit, there is going to be rankings for each unit, so whoever gets the highest score gets first place, and the first place unit gets excused from elimination. However, if there is a 12th place in the first place unit, since that person is excused from elimination, the next lowest person is going to get eliminated, which is the 11th place, which sucks, but that's more reasonable. So the first team that went was DNA, and DNA did pretty well. I thought that it was pretty like nice, since this song is very like upbeat and very colorful. It was like pretty good. So this team got a score of 287, which is pretty good. Like, I was sort of shocked that it was like pretty low, but if you think about it, it's like not bad of a score. So yeah, so that happened. And then the second team was I Need You team. For this team, a lot of people didn't really have a high expectation for the song, but yeah, so this team sort of had a hard time, but still they did pretty good in my eyes. But they scored 275. which is lower than the DNA team, but not bad. And then the third team was Fake Love. And for Fake Love, it was a hard time for Taki because Taki, it was his first time being a leader. But Heesung in the end like really helped him and decided to really like take initiative, which was really sweet. And then they scored 306. So that means Fake Love got first place, DNA got second, and I Need You got third. So the Fake Love team gets excused from elimination. And then the scoring, the ranking that happened, so I'll just list it like one by one. So first place was Heesung with 93, second place was Jungwon with 81, third place was Honghoon with 79, fourth place was K with 78, fifth place was Honu with 77, sixth place was Jay with 74, seventh place was Jake with 70, eighth place was Nikki with 69, Hanbin was ninth with 66, 10th place was Daniel with 64, 11th place was Konu with 60, and 12th place was Taki with 57. So for this scoring, so Taki was 12th place. However, he was a part of the first place unit, so he was excused of elimination. So the 11th place got eliminated, which is Konu. This was really heartbreaking to see because he really tried, but I can really tell that he sort of lost confidence, and the producers sort of saw that as well. Like there was like no growth in his performance, so that is why he is eliminated. So a lot of the contestants were really sad. Obviously I was pretty sad. I got a little emotional if you see my episode 8 reaction, but yeah, so that is pretty much episode 8. So I have watched up to right before the performance, so I'll just be explaining really briefly about what happened in episode 9. So yes, in episode 9, it is the second test now. However, right before they announced that really, since they got a new ranking from episode 8, the first test, they had 12 hours to just have their own free time and just like chill and get like settled in their new ranking rooms. And then when they went upstairs to their rooms, the first place, second place, and third place room got like a little like screen, and it said that they will be receiving free time, like 자유 시간, which is like a time where they can just do whatever they want, go anywhere they want, and stuff like that, which is such a huge benefit. And so yeah, and then they were called down to the lobby right after the 12 hours, and in the big practice room you guys can see like really like huge sets and like really interesting sets. It was like curtains and like a step and stuff like that. So the contestants were like playing around with it. It was so cute, and yeah, it was just so funny. But right after they played around with the props, they sat down in their seats and they were given their second test. And so this test is called the Chemi test. So it's pretty much the chemistry test. And so this is gonna really show like the chemistry within the group. And so the two songs that they will be doing, the first one is called Flicker, and the second one is called Dive Into You. It seems like Bang Si-hyuk actually helped produce this song, which is sort of like pretty nice. So I feel like it's going to be really good songs. And so I just heard like snippets of it, so like it seems pretty good. Like I like it. So yes, so this test, it will be separated into two different units, and so Flicker would have 5 people, and then Dive Into You will have 6 people. And since this is the second test, this will be 100% global voting. And so yeah, that is crazy. So as I mentioned in my previous episodes, especially in episode 7 reaction, when they announced like the testing and how the scoring is going to happen. So test 1 and 3 are going to be the producers scorings, and then test 2 and 4 will be 100% global voting. And so I said that it might be like biased, or it might be like sort of like but I'm glad that there is that like equal amount of like from producers to like the global voting. So it's like somewhat like reasonable. And in this test, there will be one person eliminated, which is the 11th place. However, the first place, so after this test, after they perform in front of the producers get to choose the first place, their own like pick on the first place, and that first place chosen by the producers will get a really huge benefit. And so within the 24 hours of the global voting, they will get 2 times more of the votes, which is such a huge benefit, and like that's a huge boost on their like votings. Like that can like lift you up all the way to the first place. So honestly, that's a really good benefit. And then so right after they got the information about the system of this test, they announced that the first place is able to choose their song and the members that they want in this song. And so since Hee-seung is first place, he chose the song Flicker, and he chose the members Sungwon, Jake, Jungwon, and K. And that is pretty harsh on the other team, because the other team in Dive Into You is Jay, Sunwon, Nikki, Hanbin, Daniel, and Taki. You can really tell after Hee-seung chose these members, Jay was very like upset, and like he was just like, oh my god, like what the heck, like he felt a little betrayed by Hee-seung, but he like got the urge to like be like, you watch, I'm gonna be better, we're gonna do better than you guys. So I like that kind of mindset. And Jay's just, yeah, he's the character. So I think these two teams are very interesting. So right now I'm just going to briefly just talk about each team's like chemistry and like if anything really happened in these. And it seems like it sort of did happen, so I will just go down like one team at a time. So for Flicker, throughout the beginning of the episode, in the beginning, since Hee-seung was the one who chose the members, he wanted to take initiative. However, since K is sort of older, he sort of like took the position of like a leader and took initiative. And so you can really tell that Hee-seung sort of like shrunk down, and like he sort of like admitted that he is pretty scared of K, because K is very blunt in his words. It is probably his like personality, which I don't mind because I know a lot of people are pretty blunt, but it seemed like he was really just like thinking about himself and like sort of being like a self-centered, but at the same time in his mindset he was probably thinking of the members. However, for the other members, it sort of felt like he was just taking initiative, and like he was just being really scary, I guess, to them. And then so it seemed like since they felt like they had a lot of confidence in this team, they like sort of like took naps in between. However, you can see that Jake, he was practicing a lot while the other members were like taking a break. And he also admits that like even though he is like within the top 7, like he still isn't confident in his like performances and like dance wise, and he knows that he lacks, which honestly, like I would feel that too if I know that like all of these like members are so much better than me. So like he tries his best to practice a lot. So K, he starts teaching the dance and like leading the dance and telling each move, and whenever the other members like told him about like, oh, I feel like it might be this, oh, this might be better, like this kind of move might be better, and he checks like the actual like dance and he knows that he got it wrong, his face like turns very like dark, not dark, but like he looks very like disappointed at himself, but the members think that he's mad. So there was a little miscommunication with that. So this group wasn't really having like the best time, and it wasn't really like, not a really good like atmosphere, I would say. And then they had their critiques by the producers, and they went after the other team. However, their critiques were more of like, oh, like Jake was too fast in his like his beats, like his timing was off, and this team was just like very like not really prepared. And so the directors were like, oh, I think you guys should practice more, because the other team was honestly better. So that was like a huge like thing. And then a little later into the episode, they did like a vocal training. A vocal teacher went into the flicker room, and they were sort of getting in trouble because vocal wise they weren't really prepared, and they didn't really focus much on the vocals and were just like letting it be and was really focusing on the performance. And the teacher was sort of disappointed in them and sort of like, are you serious? Like sort of like that feel. And then after that, Hee-seung and the other members sort of talked and decided to open up to Kay about their feelings towards like him, like them feeling scared to approach him and sort of like give their own opinions, because Kay sort of has the tendency to like shut it down and like sort of like think about himself and his thoughts. So they opened up to him, and Kay suddenly started crying. And I think for me, I think it's not like he was just like mad or anything. I think he just felt really bad because he wasn't expecting the other members to feel like that, and it wasn't really his like thought process, and he wasn't really thinking that they felt like that. So he apologized to them, and they all like sort of like figured it out. And yeah, for the Dive Into You team, this team was sort of like, their atmosphere was very interesting. Jay was literally like 일 갈고 왔다고. So he was like really like, he's like, oh, I'm gonna freaking get them. Like, so Jay, he sort of approached the members, asking if he can take initiative and be a leader in this group, and all the members were like, yes, please. So they started choosing their roles and their parts for the song, and Jay was really quick and organized about this, because he had like a vision of like who would get which part. And honestly, that's so much better, because he just thought like that in each part, like there's like a benefit or like a sort of like an emphasis on like vocals, raps, or like performance or facials. And Jay really knew each member. It was so much easier to choose the parts because he knows like each member's like benefits, and he wants to like bring that more up. And so choosing the parts were really easy for him, for the group. And then right after that, they started learning the lyrics and practicing the lyrics. And Jay, he actually like studied the lyrics a bit, and when they were like looking at the lyrics and trying to like memorize it and study it, if there was like an English word or like a meaning that he did, like the members didn't know, Jay was like, oh, it's sort of like this, and like he was like explaining it really well. So I was like, oh, he's like a teacher, like what the heck, like he's really taking the initiative as a leader and really helping the members. And so the members, like this group sort of like had like a really good atmosphere, which was really nice. And so they had their critique, And during their critique, Jay was like, let's go first. I would say like the producers were really surprised and like really enjoyed their like performance. Obviously they like gave good feedback, such as like it suited them, the whole like performance was like really like well like coordinated, and for Jay, like he was really like helping like balance all of the members and like the 분위기, which is like the atmosphere, like just the whole thing was just like very like balanced. And however there's a part where like they have to do like a little like a wave with like the scorpion leg, and so but Seonwoo's in the front, and if you guys have watched the episode, like Seonwoo sort of like he admitted that he's sort of like he has like a weak body, so he was sort of like face planting on the floor while doing that. And so the directors like suggested that they work out and like do like 100 push-ups. And for Jay, he was like, okay. And so like he was like, go, like push out more. And so like I think they really like tried on their like upper body strength and just like their strength in general, because just dancing is not like enough. Like you have to actually build that muscle to be able to show like that power and like be able to do certain moves, you know. And so they had that. They didn't have a vocal training like Flicker, and so that is pretty much like the progress of both these teams. And after they showed these progresses, as I mentioned at the beginning, the first place, second place, and third place got to have free time. But before they showed like what they did, the other members, like the other team members, woke up and they saw like a bag of like right next to their bed, and they're like, what the heck is this? And it was like clothing. And so they went to the other room and they asked like, oh, did you buy this? And they're like, oh yeah, we bought it for you guys. And so they showed like what they did on their free time. So first they went to 애견 Cafe, which is a dog cafe, and Heesung was saying like, oh, I really love dogs and like they sort of like heal me. And honestly same, because I love animals, and so like whenever I see like an animal and they come to me and just like cuddle with me, I'm already healed, man. And the second thing that they did was a VR. And it was sort of funny because they were just showing Sungwon doing like the VR game, but I guess it was like a scary game, and he was just like, he's like, oh my god, he was like freaking out, which was the funniest thing. I was dying watching it, but yeah, I think it was just so sweet to see that kind of side of him. And then the third place that they went to was the ice rink. So if you guys did not know, Sungwon, he was previously a figure skater before he dreamed about being an idol, and so he was showing off his skills, and like dang, he was like, I just love figure skaters. So but yes, and then the last thing that they did was shop for the other contestants, and they said that like despite like them being in like a competition setting, like they're still like one, because like they all dreamed for the same thing, to be an idol. And so that was really sweet of them to do that for the other members. And so yeah, that is pretty much like what happened so far in the episode. And right now it is the performances, guys. Oh my god, I am not perfect. I'm like not ready for this. So if you guys have watched my previous episode reactions, you guys do know that I do not watch the performances from the actual episode because I don't like distractions, like the commentaries and stuff like that. And so I am going to watch the full version on YouTube. So I hope you guys don't mind it. But don't worry, like I do still watch the episode with the performance of like, you know, the performance and the commentaries. But I still rather have my own opinion on the performance and stuff like that. So yeah, right now we are going to watch the performances. The first performance is Flicker, and I'm really curious on this. I'm really excited at the same time, so So yeah, we are going to watch it right now. So without further ado, let's get into it. Ooh, red. Okay. Oh, he's so... Ooh. Oh my god, this boy. Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh my gosh, he has facials, man. Ooh. Dang, 정원. Jeez. Ah. Ooh. Oh my god, very sexy. Holy crap. Ooh. Ooh. Oh my god. I love this. This is so good. This is so cool. Ooh. They're really good. Holy crap. The facials, the performance in general, so good. Ooh. They're like attacking me, like I'm like mesmerized. Ooh. Gosh. Holy crap. Oh my god. Wow, 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 wow. So we just finished watching the performance and wow, like this is the Avenger group. Like this song suited them so well and like they all looked so good. Like so good. Like obviously outfit wise, them in a suit like that. Woo! And then like their facials, so good. And like just this was just so good. Like I think their facials just really like was just so perfect that like it just made the whole performance just like so good. And I'm just really proud of Jake because he did so well. For the other members, like they've been so good. So like I'm like, you guys do you, like. And since this is like a chemi test, like the chemistry test, I can really tell like they really worked with each other. Like they were like looking at each other and be like, hey, like sort of like that feel. And like, yeah, it was just like everything was so together and like it just looked so complete. And so yeah, honestly this was so good. Like I'm obsessed with this. Like I'm probably gonna watch this a few more times like after I react to the whole episode, but like dang, this was so good. They all looked beautiful. Okay, so I'm gonna stop like going crazy about these boys, but so right now I'm just going to watch like a little bit of like after the performance just to see like what kind of commentaries they got. And yeah, and I'll be right back. Yeah, so since this episode or test is 100% global voting. The producers just gave commentaries about their thoughts since they will be choosing the first place of their choosing. And so the comments that the Flickr group got is that since they were like the known as the Avenger group, they honestly like really like showed that from this performance, and like the small details that they did throughout, like such as I mentioned, like about like the eyes, like they're just like like sort of like that feel. They really like that because it really showed like the team's chemistry, and they really gave good feedback to Jake, which was so sweet, and he looked really happy. And I forgot who said this, but they said this was like really like 완벽한 performance, so it was like a very completed performance. And so yeah, that was like really good feedback, and so it seemed like the producers were very satisfied with this performance. And so now we are going to watch the Dive Into You performance, the full version on YouTube. And so yeah, let's get into it. Ooh. Oh, Jay. Oh my gosh. Okay. Ooh, oh my god. How can we, what? Ooh. Yes. Okay, that was good. Ooh, yes, Jay. Wow, he's really killing it. Ooh. Dang, those lights. Ooh. Dang, that's so smart. Wow, Jay's really really balancing everything. Dude, Hanbin is so good right now. Hey. The song is so good. Hey. Woo! Wow. That was good. Wow. Dang. Wow. Yeah, so we just finished watching the Dive Into You performance, and honestly, this was pretty good. Since I'm not like a professional or anything, so I can't really like critique them and like, you know, but the thing is, in my eyes, they did pretty well, like better than like the practice I've seen from like the midpoint critique. Like definitely their facials were really good. I would say that Hanbin was like honestly, he has such a good vocal. Like, he's really good, and his like pronunciation's a lot better. Sona, obviously his vocals are so good, but for me, I would say Jay, like he hardcore like carried this group. I can really tell, like he, as like I mentioned before, like when they had the critiques, like the director even mentioned that like Jay's really like balancing the group, and I can really see like that in this performance. And honestly, Jay, like he should go up, like seriously. But yeah, overall, like this was really good. I would say each member, like they like really took in their part and did really well in this. I would probably prefer the other group's song because it's sort of like my style with like the sexiness, you know. But this was honestly really good. The swaggy style, like not bad. Yeah, so now I'm going to watch the commentaries from the producers and probably the end of the episode, because I don't think there's gonna really be anything else. But actually, I'm going to react to who the producers choose as first place if they show it. But yeah, so I'll be right back. So I just watched like the rest of the episode, not till the end, because right now I paused it right before they showed like who the producers choose as first place. But I just wanted to talk about the commentaries that the Dive Into team got. So first of all, they did mention that Daniel and Taki, it was sort of 아쉬워, sort of like, it could have been better, like they could have like tried different things, or like maybe change their facials a bit, because they weren't really like shown, you know. But they gave really good commentaries on Nikki and Jay. They said that Nikki did really well in his performance, and especially like his like clapping part, like that part was so sick. Like, yo, like who can like, he like hit that really hard. And then for Jay, obviously his facials and like his balance within like the whole team, and he was like really like creating a foundation for the group. And then for Sunwoo, they said that like his facials were sort of like different. So it was like not really expected facials. Like it was good, but like it was just like it felt like that he was singing like a different song instead. And like he was performing a different style of song. So that was one thing, but like he still like got pretty good feedback. And then so it seemed like overall for this group, it was more individually performed than like a team effort. Like the chemistry aspect, like it felt more individual. So yeah, that was the commentaries for Dive Into You. And so now they are going to reveal who the first place is from the producer's pick. And so yeah, I'm going to react to that right now, so let's get into that. Oof, this is a crazy benefit. Like seriously, 2 times. I'm really curious. Whoa! Wow! Yes! Yeah, so now we just finished watching the rest of the episode. I just watched like the last like 3 minutes of it, and so I'll just like explain like what like they said. So pretty much Jake, he is the first place pick from the producers, and so he gets the huge benefit of getting 2 times the votes then 24 hours before the voting ends and closes, which is a huge benefit. Like honestly, like that can really boost you. So I'm so happy for him. I really think he did really well in this performance. So yeah, and so the results for the this performance will be revealed in episode 10. However, in the preview, they said that the midpoint voting ranking was shown. We don't know how or who it will be, but we will find out. And also, I already knew this because I went on Twitter and saw this accidentally, but so in episode 10, the next episode, my baby 17 is coming out. So the performance team is actually gonna go to ILAND because it seems like the test or something, they are going to do 17 songs, and so I am so excited to see my babies. And so yeah, I just saw that they will be doing 예쁘다 and Hit, I believe. So yeah, that is like very two different songs and they're pretty hard, so we will see. But it's so weird seeing my babies be mentors, like, oh, they've grown so much. So I'm really excited to see my boys mentoring the contestants and really helping them out. It looks like they were having fun. And also in a V Live, actually, Hoshi mentioned that even though they went for like a day, they like really got to know each other, and he said he memorized all of their names, which is crazy. And so yeah, I am very excited to see the next episode. I'm so excited. Yeah, so that is pretty much the end of episode 9. I hope you guys enjoyed my reaction. I know all of my reaction videos are always so long, but like this episode's long, so, and there's a lot of information to go through, so I hope you guys didn't get bored. I'm so sorry if you guys did, but I tried my best. But yes, I am very excited for the future episodes because honestly, like, this is getting more fun. And so yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and also comment down below who you voted for and also what you thought about their performances. And also follow me on Instagram, just get updated with me, and also turn on the notification bell to get notified whenever I upload a new video. And also please stay safe and healthy, and I will see you guys in the next one.